General Motors and LG Chem have a partnership, very important for the company, to manufacture their Ultium battery cells. But now they're bickering. They're not happy with each other. Something has happened, and GM is looking for a new partner. What does this mean for their existing business? Nobody knows, but it can't be good. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in, and welcome back, everyone else. Now, it's been a really big year for General Motors. Over the past 12 months, they've begun manufacturing batteries in the United States. They're trying to ramp production up because, well, they've got problems. What I mean by that, problems? Well, people have ordered Cadillac Lyriqs, people have ordered Hummer electric vehicles, people have ordered all kinds of EVs from General Motors. Some of them have cancelled because they think it's unfair that they should wait so long for those cars. Now, I'm not going to give you an opinion on that. I'm just letting you know that that's happening. I don't know how much it's happening, but I do know that I've been on General Motors forums and I'm seeing a lot of people saying it. A lot of people saying that they've cancelled their order to buy something else because they think they're going to have to wait forever. And I think the key reason for that is not necessarily that that's true or not. It's more the fact that General Motors isn't really communicating with them about when they'll or if they'll receive delivery. So there's a lot of uncertainty there. A lot of uncertainty now around their future battery production. General Motors, it appears, are in the market now for a new battery manufacturing partner. That's going to be tricky. They have not been able to reach an agreement with LG Energy Solutions, one of the biggest petrochemical companies in the world, on a fourth US battery plant planned for the next Ultium Cells joint venture, according to multiple media reports on Friday. A source with knowledge of the discussions confirmed the reports to Automotive News. A fourth factory will not happen with LG Chem, but could proceed with another partner. Those sources have said now, obviously, it has to proceed. Otherwise, GM has no choice but to simply buy batteries from someone else. And I think it wants to do that. Representatives for GM and Ultium have declined to comment on what's happened, who said what, who hurt whose feelings, how this happened exactly. No one knows, we'll probably never know, but clearly there's been a falling out. GM said it still intends to build a fourth factory to build batteries in the US for its vehicles, but clearly it won't be with GM. I'm really curious as to know what exactly happened. Now, we've been very clear that our plan includes investing in a fourth US cell plant, but we're not going to comment or speculate. But we're not going to comment on speculation, a GM spokeswoman said in a statement. The Wall Street Journal first reported earlier on Friday that plans for a fourth lithium cell plant slated to be manufactured in New Carlisle, Indiana, have been completely shelved, as in it won't be happening anymore. The key reason for this was obviously GM and LG Chem having some kind of fallout. Now, GM and LG started production last year at their first Ultium cell factory battery plant in Warren, Ohio. And two other plants are in the works in the US. The first of those is at Spring Hill, Tennessee. That will open this year. And there's another one in Lansing, Michigan, due to be online in 2024. Now, I have a hunch for why GM and LG Chem had a falling out. I could be wrong on this. I suspect it's to do with money. Now, why do I say that? Well, General Motors says for its EV plans to work, it will need to reduce battery costs by 70%. Is this actually possible? Not with its current chemistry, in my opinion. I don't see how two companies can come together, make a joint partnership, meaning they only make 50% of the profits each or less, depending on how that works, if they make a profit. And of course, I suspect that GM is saying, well, LG, we need to bring the battery prices down by 70%. That's how we said we would make a profit from EVs. That's how we said we would sell an Equinox, right, EV for $30,000 US. That's how we said we'd do it and make a profit. That's the key issue here, doing it and making a profit. And LG Chem said, that's ridiculous. 70%, that's never going to happen. That's what I think. We're not going to be able to make batteries for free. We're not doing it for you for nothing. We need to make a profit. And General Motors said, what? No, that's not what we agreed on. We thought we talked about this. I thought we had a discussion. That's my speculation. I don't know though. Let me know your thoughts. Here's what GM said. This cell capacity keeps us on track to produce 400,000 EVs in North America by mid-2024. Sure. And we expect to have cell capacity to produce more than 1 million EVs annually in North America in 2025, GM statement said. Is this realistic? I mean, GM is saying they're going to have enough battery capacity in the middle of 2024 for 400,000 EVs. Then in the space of 6 months, they're going to have enough capacity for 1 million EVs. So they're going from 400,000 to 1 million capacity in 6 months. Is that realistic? Maybe, but it seems like a bit of a stretch. But let's hope it does happen. It's possible. You never know. The Wall Street Journal, citing sources, said that GM and LG disagreed on how fast production should begin at the Ohio plant, as well as on how plant employees should proceed with efforts to unionize. And Mary Barra, she has said that GM's biggest problem right now is simply getting the staff to work at its battery facility. Of course, they need certain kind of staff who've had experience before. Hard to get them, possibly with GM wages. Obviously, GM need to bring those wages down so that they can get closer to making a profit from EVs. And I'm going to guess that's the key problem here, getting enough staff to actually be able to affordably produce these batteries in the United States. It's a big challenge. Now, GM actually blamed a slow start for the plant when it delayed the target date for its 400,000 EV goal by 6 months. It's continued to delay things for the last decade, actually, when it comes to EV production dates. For example, they said they'd have 18 electric cars on sale in 2022, in October 2022. Now, workers at the plant voted in December to join the UAW at a vote of 710 yes and 16 no. So that was a fairly comprehensive result. GM in November reinstated its need for a fourth US battery cell plant to meet its 2025 EV production goal, and it supported its plan to have a fully zero-emission light-duty vehicle lineup a decade later. In December, GM and LG Energy said they would increase their investment in the Ultium cells plant in Tennessee by $275 million US. Then obviously LG Chem, for whatever reason, has said, we've had enough. No more. We don't want any more of this business with General Motors. But the thing is here, these two have had a slightly contentious relationship. Obviously, who took ownership for the problems with the Bolt battery packs? Tell me, who publicly took ownership? Probably more General Motors, even though the truth is these batteries are really being made by who? LG Chem, of course, made the batteries that go into the Bolts and the Bolt EVs. And I don't know how that would work. I mean, if long term you continue to say, no, it's GM's fault, when LG Chem are who make the batteries, and to be realistic here, LG Chem have had more recalls for their batteries, more problems with their batteries than every other battery company put together combined, then you'd think at some point there would be a falling out. This would happen. And in fact, I did predict this on the channel a couple of times. I did say that I thought it was a bad decision for General Motors to put all their battery chips in with one car company. Now, I'm not talking about GM's tri-venture in China. It's a completely different kettle of fish. I'm talking about the United States here, about North America. However, what I want to know is, what are your thoughts on GM's battery production? Now, you know what mine are. Mine are that I'm very concerned they don't manufacture lithium iron phosphate batteries. They don't appear to have any plans to do any manganese type battery cells, which would reduce the amount of lithium needed. They don't have any plans for sodium batteries. They simply think that they're going to keep on making the nickel ternary batteries that have been around for many, many years now, and that still cost more than other alternatives. One of the key reasons for that, they use cobalt and nickel. Now let me know your thoughts, like I said, in the comments. Will GM succeed, or will they crash and burn and never be able to deliver their mythical $30,000 electric SUV? Thank you for watching.